I'm so happy to see you, Emily Clark.
Not as excited as I am to see you. This is like the best thing ever.
It's just how it goes.
Yes.
Very, very excited. And we have to talk heat because we've been seeing a lot of it. But when we talk heat, I show you the snow because it cools you off immediately. Live view from Alta. And this is just to give you an idea. We see these temperatures spike and we watch as runoff really increases. This is something we monitor closely. And we always want to forewarn you. We told you about that flood watch in Oakley over the weekend, but we have seen a few other waterways that actually have hit the action stage. The Cottonwood Creeks we watch closely, the Provo River near Woodland, the Bear River at Evanston actually dealing with some minor flooding, so a heads up there, and then the Logan River getting close to that action stage. Just so you know, while the air temperature may be really hot, we are seeing our rivers rising quickly, and that water is extremely cold. It's running high and fast as well. And we have to be extremely careful. Hate to hear of anything around our waterways this time of year. Utah Lake live view, lots of sunshine. People on the beach, they're living it up. Temperature is definitely lending itself to that sunshine. At the end of the day, though, we have seen a few storms bubble up because we have the heat, all the ingredients we need, and we've got a weak cold front moving through the state, keeping things active in northwestern Utah, and then spreading out a little bit of storm activity towards Flaming Gorge, Vernal, over I-70. So we zoom up, Wasatch Front quiet, but we're kind of watching right here the border of the state. A lot of this skirting Utah heading into Idaho, so giving us a bit of a breather. The Basin, Flaming Gorge, Green River right now getting walloped. Some gusty winds over in that area. Notice that over I-80. As you come into Wendover, Wendover actually had a few strong storms packing 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts right now. And so we've watched this afternoon how a few of those storms have developed and wanted to hold steady. 95 in Salt Lake, we're cooking about 14 degrees above average for this time of year. 91 in Logan. We've got 90s along the Wasatch Front, exception there's Provo. Heber at 83. We've seen a few storms for the Wasatch back, and that's cooled temperatures. 91 in Vernal, 97 in Moab, 98 in St. George. Here's a look at what to expect for the rest of your Sunday evening. Those 90s turning to 80s, eventually the 70s. By ABC4 News at 10, we'll still be at 80 degrees. Mild temperatures after a hot day, but following this weak cold front, we get some cooler conditions moving into portions of the state. Live view from Ivins, where we've got cloud cover. Red Rock looks pretty, but we don't get much relief down south. Now, we've been talking triple digits for a while, and we do have brief relief tomorrow, but it looks like high pressure's coming back. 90s turning to 80s in St. George for the next little bit. Satellite radar shows those building storms. This is where our moisture potential kind of hangs out, but as the front comes through, we're seeing that lift bring the storms become more widespread into Utah and Duchesne counties and in the eastern side of the Beehive State. West Desert a little quiet. Storm threat for tomorrow. We're kicking off the work week. Holds on. It's a general thunderstorm threat for a small area, and that's because this weak front will stall out just a little bit. Futurecast shows us what to expect tonight towards northwestern Utah. Kemmerer, we have a couple of thunderstorms that will hold steady. We dwindle when it comes to that moisture a little bit. Here we go into Monday. It's quiet, cloud cover in eastern Utah. Slight chance we could see a storm bubble up over the Wasatch Front, but then we really start to quiet. Heading into Tuesday through Thursday, high pressure comes back. It strengthens, it flexes its muscles, and we get above average high heat. I said it wasn't the end of those heat warnings, and I believe it. Looking at the high temperature trend for the Wasatch Front, we're going to be above our average, climbing into the mid-90s. Look at Tuesday through Thursday. It's going to be above average for the next little while, 5 days. St. George follows that similar trend. Usually this time of year, St. George is hitting 94. Doesn't that seem like a dream when you've already hit 108 this year? We had record-breaking heat last week, and that ridge of high pressure wants to return as we get into the midweek this week. 80s for tomorrow. Here's our brief cool down. Monday doesn't look bad. We've got 90s on the eastern side of the state. Triple digits hold steady in St. George. Looking at the next 7 days in Washington County, here comes the heat. Wednesday looks toasty, 107. Breezy conditions maybe to close the work week. Another little dip there as we get some cooler air moving in. Wasatch Front shows a slight chance for tomorrow with that stalled front. And then we have the heat. I go warmer than guidance because I think that we could get there, especially with that ridge of high pressure. And then by Friday, slight chance with windy conditions. All in all, it's hot, it's June, but this is ahead of schedule. And I think our bodies tell us that when we step outside. Very, very hot with the chance of a few storms. Emily, over to you.